Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/slash Tales from Your Server. In today's episode, the owner of the restaurant kicked out one of my tables for yelling at me about a receipt. More annoying health inspectors not doing their job. Former server here, what are your best entitlement stories? Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. The owner of the restaurant kicked out one of my tables for yelling at me about a receipt. It was my first day at a pizza restaurant. This place was always slammed. It's really where I learned how to be a good server. Before that I worked at overstaffed burger joints or Italian restaurants. Things were moving pretty fast, but I was doing surprisingly well. I had about 10 tables, and I was used to 3 to 4 table sections. I will never forget this couple that came in and sat down at table 24. They were an old couple. I'm talking both gray-haired and overdressed to be at a pizza restaurant. I will say I did give them excellent service despite my frazzledness of starting a new job. I was feeling it and felt great about handling all of my tables, until I did mess up. The man at table 24 handed me his card to close out. I'm busy. Like didn't even have time to pick a wedgie if I had one, busy. I go to the computer and swipe his card. Admittedly, I forgot to print out the itemized receipt, which I get can be very frustrating. Man at table 24 had every right to be upset. But instead of asking me to grab the itemized receipt, he began to loudly, in a small room, with a deep and firm tone tell me how horrible I am at my job. That no wonder I only got as far in life as working at a pizza shop. He kept going on with these terrible comments and wouldn't let me walk away when I tried. So now all of my other tables just saw me get ripped a new **** hole, and I'm in the weeds after wasting time getting yelled at by this guy. The owner of the restaurant must have come in at some point. He saw this man yelling at me, came up to the table, and did the most badass thing I've ever seen. Owner, excuse me sir, he says to the man at table 24, I am the owner of this establishment. I'm not sure what the problem is here and frankly, I don't care. What I do care about is you belittling my waitress. So I'm going to ask you and your wife to leave and not come back to my restaurant. Man at table 24, fine, but you'll be losing our business. Owner, I really don't care, and don't want people like you in my restaurant anyway. It was the coolest **T I had ever seen. The owner stood there and waited for these people to leave. It was King badass. After they left, the owner came up to me and said, **CK those people. You're doing a great job, and I wouldn't have hired you if you didn't show potential. If anyone else talks to you like that, I want you to tell them to **CK off and get out. I don't want their money. Coolest boss ever. More annoying health inspectors not doing their job. Another violently angry rant from me after my previous post about stain of a health inspector on a dumb power trip. This time another pair of health inspectors decided to come in and practically go on a power trip. It was a little after the lunch rush when things in the restaurant started to taper off. The staff and I were now cleaning, restocking and preparing ourselves for the dinner rush. That's when a pair of health inspectors came in to check if we were following COVID protocols. At first it was simply, do you have a visible sign that explains the COVID protocols? Yes. Do you remind customers to wear masks? Yes. Do you check customers for their vaccination cards and ID if they want to dine in the restaurant? Yes. Simple, right? No. This health inspector and his partner decided to take a table. Sit down for an hour on their phones without their masks on. They literally took a table and sat there just checking their phones and calling up someone. We didn't say anything because we knew if we said anything this dudes would go on some power trip and most likely fine us. Mind you, a lot of the restaurants in our area know that the health inspectors, the awful ones, are just waiting to hand out fines and collect $1,000 from someone. We know they're doing this on purpose. Most of the other health inspectors are nice, quick, efficient, and even give explanations of what to do during the pandemic. Not these two. Now, to give off the idea that they're working, they waved at us like we were G waiters. Mind you, they didn't order food. So they took up space for customers without buying anything, not even water. The health inspector then asked my coworker why they didn't ask for a vaccination card from one of the customers inside. They told him that they did ask for vaccination cards, and the health inspector proceeded to argue, saying he didn't see us. Except he didn't see because he was on his phone for an hour. Just to flex on the guy. We showed him the CCTV footage of my coworker asking the customer for their vaccination card and ID. The health inspector laughed it off and tried to be friendly. We all gave him and his partner the cold shoulder and stared down while they left. I hate these people. It has been a trend lately, and I am not happy. Before you ask, yes, I spent a good chunk of my time submitting a complaint to the local health department/government office. I gave them pictures and even saved a copy of the CCTV footage. I am not playing. I am serious. I already have to deal with maskless unvaccinated turds that give me a hard time over rules and regulations not set by me or the restaurant. I don't need some government worker thinking he's the boss of us restaurants while we got customers thinking they're the boss of us. Former server here, what are your best entitlement stories? I was once clocked out for break between shifts around 4 p.m., but my girlfriend was working and got slammed. She had like 9 or 10 tables that came in all fairly close together. Anyway, I decided to help run food while she was taking care of some other people, and as I ran this French dip out to a one-top, this Karen of a woman screeched at me, "Excuse me. Where's our food? We've been here 45 minutes. They had been there maybe 15. I responded, "Well, ma'am, what did you order?" She screams her 2 tops order. "Oh, I saw that almost ready in the window. I'm sure it will be up by the time I get back in there." She then screeched, "Well, can I at least get a lemon?" We asked our server girl for one and didn't get one. I replied, "Sure, no problem, she's probably just a little busy." I swear, the lion, the witch, and the audacity of this *TCH. She screamed, "Busy. We're the only ones here." As if she didn't just throw a tantrum for someone else getting food. I looked her in the eye and proceeded to point at all of the tables. "Ma'am, she has you, them, him, her, them, etc." She proceeded to scream that they didn't want their food anymore, and that they were leaving. The poor lady eating with her looked mortified, so I just said, "All right, sounds good." Now, in case you were wondering if we are at some fine dining, ultra high class, expensive place, no. This was O'Carly's. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.